I am a true spy, and I'm not your average guy. The simple fact that I can't die leaves evil men wondering why. They all continually try to force out my final goodbye, and while I never seem to sweat...
Willem Dafoe, what happened to you, man? That was so bad. Just because it's a video game doesn't mean it's an excuse to not fucking act. Oh my god.
We got 2 new levels, the combat simulator and the survival test.
Oh man, that was...
Neither of which we're gonna do.
The acting in this game, on the whole, was completely bad.
If we had actually waited until the end of the credits, it would have,
But anyway, other than the bad acting, final thoughts.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I like this game.
It was okay. I still prefer James Bond in first person, though.
Yeah, understandable. But it's a lot of fun, I think. The third person made it interesting, and since this is the first James Bond game that was third person, so... I mean, I thought it was different, so...
I'd give it maybe a 6 out of 10.
But...
There weren't too many things I found that were wrong with it. I just couldn't see myself playing this game and enjoying it extremely much.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Just I was never a fan of third-person shooters. Was not a fan of Resident Evil 4. Was never a fan of Splinter Cell. Just didn't do it for me. I like being able to look up and not have to wrestle with a camera as well as you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, this sort of thing works well for platformers and stuff. You know, like you saw with Sly Cooper and things like that, Ratchet and Clank. Third person works, but you're not in pitched combat with people. You're just jumping from place to place, and if there's ever a bad guy, he's usually big, telegraphs his attack, and then, you know...
You can dodge it pretty easily.
Yeah.
But this is the MI6 combat test. It's like 50 waves of just you getting pummeled by virtual soldiers. But for me, this was one of this actually got me interested in okay. Me playing this game when I was younger, it actually made me want to get 007 From Russia with Love when it came out a couple years after this.
Yeah.
So that I wanted to compare the two and see how well they did. I actually think that game was a lot better than this one. Like, the mechanics here, sometimes they're a little bit screwball. Them shooting their own guy in the back with the rocket launcher at the end was kind of funny, but you don't get that kind of stuff with with From Russia with Love. It's just not how it is. So it's a little bit more refined. They did better with the mechanics and whatnot.
Yeah, well, you gotta say, this was the first one that was, you know, third person, so
Yeah.
you gotta... There's obviously gonna be bugs with it, but I mean, I still will always be a fan. I mean, I love James Bond games. I own 3 of them. 1 for the Xbox and 2 for the N64. GoldenEye and I think Tomorrow Never Dies. That was the one with Electra King, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow Never Dies? Yeah. And then for the Xbox I own Nightfire.
Yeah.
The only... Nightfire, the AI are retarded, especially if you play instant action. They run on a set track. So all you need to do is just put your sniper rifle scope on one point, and they'll just run through it, no matter how many times you kill them.
They don't have any like self-preservation or anything like that.
So that was a downside.
But they did fix it in this game. They gave the AI a little bit more intelligence, I guess you could call it that.
I definitely say that. But I mean, that was more Nightfire's bad than this game's good, because like I said, Tomorrow Never Dies, was one of the first James Bond games to have instant action like that. You could play against AIs. And the AIs in that game were even better than the ones in Nightfire.
Yeah.
The only thing obviously I love GoldenEye, and I love Tomorrow Never Dies. The only thing I don't like about Tomorrow Never Dies is to save the game, you need one of those external memory packs.
Oh yeah.
So, and I don't have one, so
Expansion
every
packs.
time I play it, I have to start over. You know. Maybe sometime in the future I'll go and see if I can find one of those memory packs online somewhere.
I mean, they're not that expensive.
Nah, but they're just hard to come by now that most
Things are GameCube,
Game-
PS2, and
places don't accept those generations anymore. You know.
yeah, look on eBay. They'll probably have them. But
I can look on Amazon. I prefer Amazon to eBay. I just don't like eBay for some reason. But overall, this game was a lot of fun.
a lot of screwball things, though. There's some things that are completely overpowered, especially like the acid slick. Like, get in front of him, tap the button, and he instantly blows
Like
up.
I said, it's like the Disruptor in Shadows of the Empire.
Where it's just so bad.
The one thing that I just can't get over was how hammy the acting is. I mean, other James Bond games, sure, it's a little over the top, because, it's James Bond. But this was just... I still can't believe that was actually Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
That was acting that. That was terrible.
Well, here's what we can do. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna splice in the end video, the special video, if you watch the whole set of credits at the end of this video, so you can see like the behind the scenes kind of thing. And I'll show Twilight Fox here so he can actually see it for himself, because I'm pretty sure you've never played this game.
No. Like I said, I haven't played anything
Other than GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies,
and
Nightfire.
Nightfire. I played a little Agent
Agent
Under Fire,
Which-
but
that
Agent
was-
I
that was-
love Agent Under Fire.
That was
man.
fun, but-
you can Q claw anywhere, and the best is when you get into multiplayer and you set moon gravity and zero gravity on.
Yeah.
You set one person up on top of a building, and you have one person get the photon cannon, set it to overcharge, point it straight at the ground, and you just launch yourself into the air. And I mean, if the other person is looking in the right spot, you will just see the body go. Alright, well,
But
overall, out of 10, I would give this game a solid 6.
I think it's 7 for me.
Okay.
But we must note now that there's a co-op mode in this game that I don't think we'll be doing.
No.
But I mean, it's just it's MI6 agents, yes, but it follows a different storyline, and some levels are just ridiculously stupid. But regardless, I like this game. It's one of my favorites, but it's up to just personal preference, I guess.
Alright, well, we'll see you guys next time. This is Twilight Fox 109.
Game Freak 5264
Signing out.